Neuroscience and intelligence. Neuroscience and intelligence refers to the various neurological factors that are partly responsible for the variation of intelligence within a species or between different species. A large amount of research in this area has been focused on the neural basis of human intelligence. Historic approaches to study the neuroscience of intelligence consisted of correlating external head parameters, for example, head circumference, to intelligence. Head circumference to intelligence. Post-mortem measures of brain weight and brain volume have also been used. More recent methodologies focus on examining correlates of intelligence within the living brain using techniques such as magnetic resonance imaging, functional MRI, electroencephalography, positron emission tomography, and other non-invasive measures of brain structure and activity. Researchers have been able to identify correlates of intelligence within the brain and its functioning. These include overall brain volume, gray matter volume, white matter volume, white matter integrity, cortical thickness, and neural efficiency. Although the evidence base for our understanding of the neural basis of human intelligence has increased greatly over the past 30 years, even more research is needed to fully understand it. The neural basis of intelligence has also been examined in animals such as primates, cetaceans, and rodents. Read about humans' brain volume, gray matter, white matter, cortical thickness, neural efficiency. Further research on parieto-frontal integration theory, primates and brain size, brain volume. Excuse me. One of the main methods used to establish a relationship between intelligence and the brain is to use measures of brain volume. The earliest attempts at estimating brain volume were done using measures of external head parameters, such as head circumference. However, such approximations proved to be inaccurate when estimating brain size. More recent methodologies that were employed to study this relationship are post-mortem measures of brain weight and volume. However, such measures also proved to be somewhat inconclusive, yielding diverging results depending on sex, which hemisphere was examined, and on the type of intelligence measured. Gray matter has been examined as a potential biological foundation for differences in intelligence. Similarly to brain volume, global gray matter volume is positively associated with intelligence. More specifically, higher intelligence has been associated with larger cortical gray matter in the prefrontal posterior temporal cortex in adults. Furthermore, both verbal and nonverbal intelligence has been shown to positively correlated with gray matter volume. Furthermore, both verbal and nonverbal intelligence has been shown to be positively correlated with gray matter volume across the parietal temporal and occipital lobes in young healthy adults, implying that intelligence is associated with a wide variety of structures within the brain. There appear to be sex differences between the relationship of gray matter to intelligence between men and women. Men appear to show more intelligence to gray matter correlations in the frontal and parietal lobes, while the strongest correlations between intelligence and gray matter in women can be found in the frontal lobes and the Broca's area. However, these differences do not seem to impact overall intelligence, implying that the same cognitive ability levels can be attained in different ways. Similar to gray matter, white matter has been shown to correlate positively with intelligence in humans. White matter consists mainly of myelinate neuronal axons responsible for delivering signals between neurons. Significant correlations between intelligence and the corpus callosum have been found, as larger callosal areas have been positively correlated with cognitive performance. However, there appear to be differences However, there appear to be differences in importance for white matter between verbal and nonverbal intelligence, as although both verbal and nonverbal measures of intelligence correlate positively with the size of the corpus callosum. Yeah, read about that. White matter integrity has also been found to be related to intelligence. White matter tract integrity is important for information processing speed, and therefore reduced white matter integrity is related to lower intelligence. Cortical thickness. Cortical thickness has also been found to correlate positively with intelligence in humans. However, the rate of growth of cortical thickness is also related to intelligence in early childhood. Cortical thickness displays a negative correlation with intelligence, while by late childhood, this correlation has shifted to a positive one. Neural efficiency. The neural efficiency hypothesis postulates that more intelligent individuals display less activation in the brain during cognitive tasks as measured by glucose metabolism. Further research, some scientists prefer to look at qualitative variables to relate to the size of measurable regions of known function, for example, relating the size of the primary visual cortex to its corresponding functions, that of visual performance. Brain size. Another theory of brain size in invertebrates is that it may relate to social rather than mechanical skill. Cortical size relates directly to a pair bonding lifestyle, and among primates, cerebral cortex size varies directly with the demands of living in a large complex social network. Health. Impact of health on intelligence. Several environmental factors related to health can lead to significant cognitive impairment, particularly if they occur during pregnancy and childhood, when the brain is growing and the blood-brain barrier is less effective. Developed nations have implemented several health policies regarding nutrients and toxins known to influence cognitive function. These include laws requiring fortification of certain food products and laws establishing safe levels of pollutants, lead, mercury, and argon chlorides. Comprehensive policy recommendations targeting reduction of cognitive impairment in children have been proposed. Read about brain to body mass ratio, encephalization quotient, general intelligence, impact of health on intelligence, neuropsychology, outline of human intelligence. Read all about neuroscience and intelligence. Neuroscience and intelligence. Neuroscience and intelligence.